never wake a sleeping baby. I wanted to do a Q&A for this channel, so I put out a post a few days ago out on my community tab, out on Twitter, asking you guys what questions you have. I'm also gonna go through the #1 question that I get time and time again, whether it's down in the comments or it's on my email or Twitter, all of that. But I've never really done like a Q&A style video, and I figured now's a good time to put one of these together. So I picked up a bunch of parts for my Jeep because I want to build out like a mobile off-roading production truck that I can kind of take anywhere with me. So I got the time now to set all this up and yeah, build out everything that I've been wanting to do to this car. The only thing that I've done so far is this cage, which is very useful to attach things to. Okay, so the first question is, do I ever wish that I stuck to travel vlogging? And honestly, no, because traveling is not something I'm doing full time, and travel vlogging's tough. It's not an easy industry to get into, and you really have to be like super passionate about it to really get into that and, you know, make hundreds and hundreds of videos and travel all the world. And if that's all you want to do, great. But if you don't want to always be traveling, then travel vlogging is not something you necessarily want to do. So for me, this is more what I'm passionate about. I'm more passionate about the process of creating rather than, you know, just traveling. The next question is, how do you decide when production quality is too much on a YouTube channel? And I honestly don't think there is a too much on a channel. I think that if you can really put in more production quality, it's just gonna make everything that much better on your channel. I have a buddy who has a yoga channel. He does some really cinematic yoga videos in like a subscription site that he has, but he's been recently releasing some of these as YouTube videos on his channel, and it's really making his channel just take off because it sets him apart that much more. So I don't think there is a limit to, you know, the quality of the content. If you can put out really amazing looking videos, then, you know, I would say put them out. But if it's gonna obviously take away too much time from the creation process, then yeah, you know, scale back the quality a little bit so you can get more videos out so you can keep growing, because you kind of have to have a balance between quality and quantity on YouTube. All right, the next question is, what is my dream project and what's holding me back from doing it? Honestly, I don't really have like one project in mind that I specifically want to do, but I definitely want to be. What I actually want to be doing is some more documentary style videos, and my thought process is on this channel, what I'll do, instead of trying to like go out, shoot documentaries and then try to get them seen here, because this channel has been built off of filmmaking and being a creator and things like that. So instead of being like shifting my channel and being like, this is now a documentary channel, what I'm gonna do is probably try to do more documentary style content. And then this channel, what you're gonna see here would be probably more behind the scenes, the process, the gear, everything else. And then I don't know if I'm gonna release the docs here on this channel or if I would put them somewhere else. I'm trying to figure out what the best move would be, because obviously you still have to think about the YouTube algorithm and how content will play with each other. And then obviously this channel is still gonna be what it is, but I want to have more of a purpose behind everything that I'm doing, rather than just being like, hey, here's some cinematic B-roll. I'd rather be like, hey, here's some cinematic B-roll that I used in this project, and this is why I did what I did. The next question is, what removable storage device do you recommend for MacBook Pros using Final Cut? This is something I do know a lot about. Alright, so I have a few different solutions for data storage. My #1, just for like travel and whatnot, are these Lucia drives, these rugged, and especially this version that has an SD card reader built into it. So this is USB-C, it plugs directly into my MacBook Pro, and it has a card reader, and it's amazing because this is the only thing that you need to bring with you. Now, I always have 2 of these because you always need to have a backup of the footage that you're shooting. But recently, what I did to solve my data solution, so I'm not carrying too many of these, on my laptop, I have 8 terabytes. So my MacBook Pro is massive, which is a great place for me to store all my active projects, what I'm working on, and then I carry one of these as backup. Now here in my office, I switched over to a Synology server so that I have a server here and a server actually at my parents' in the middle of the desert, and this server is always duplicating to that server. So that's my master where I keep everything and it automatically duplicates. So if this place burns down, I always have a copy. But for just when I have my laptop, I always carry these drives, and these are great to work off of as well.
It's really bright, but I needed it for I think it's good for work.
Yeah, it's good.
You know?
I like that. Office upgrade.
I feel like this is one of those rooms that people, if they if we go to sell its house and people go in it, they'd be like, what? Yeah, because the color's so exotic. All right, I'm gonna go.
Tell them we all said hi. Bye.
All right.
That was Rachel's sister. I feel like everyone is just upgrading things in their house right now. She's been working on her whole office at home down in Texas. So Benjamin says, have been procrastinating on getting my channel started. What advice do you have? Do you think that it is common that people want to start their channel but never get around to doing it? Yeah. I think there's a ton of people out there who say they want to be YouTubers, who say they want to have a channel, but never actually take that first step. And honestly, the way to get into it is by doing it. And if you don't shoot that first video, then you're never going to get started. You just have to start. So if you're procrastinating, I highly suggest just turning on the camera and start shooting. So I'm definitely feeling a lot more handy now that we're doing this whole isolation thing, because I've just done so much. You know, I built this fence. I think if I get back into doing more vlogs, which is something I do want to do, I don't want to always just be teaching and things like that. Doing more vlogs, I feel like I'm going to need to get a different camera that has better autofocus. I'm paying too much attention to my screen all the time. I shoot on the GH5. It's a great camera. I love this camera, but it is a struggle when it comes to the autofocus. What type of content do you love to make? Good one, Sydney. Personally, I love to just do my adventure films. I like to go to cool, unique places, something off the grid a little bit, some sort of adventure, and I like telling stories from those experiences. Something I definitely want to start getting more into once this whole situation is done. Okay, I got another one here on Twitter. What's the biggest challenge or struggle you encounter as a freelancer, entrepreneur, or YouTuber? It's from Ryan Cow. I think the biggest challenge for me has been, finding my voice in all the noise. Being a YouTuber, being online, you really have to just kind of keep going, keep producing, stay consistent, especially when you're growing a channel. And you start to get lost in all of that, and you start to lose the whole reason why you even started on the platform. There's just so many things that we can be doing, and I think the biggest challenge has been to just say no, step away from things, and really just focus on the few things that really do matter. And obviously, I care about what you guys want to see on this channel as well. It's like two-sided coin, but I always just don't want to be chasing that carrot, going down the rabbit hole, and just completely forgetting about what I want to do. So there's got to be a balance. And I think that's one of the hardest things about being a YouTuber is you can just get sucked into different directions. So the next question is, if YouTube was to disappear tomorrow, what would I do? And the answer to that is I would focus solely on my production company. And this actually happened, but in reverse with this whole pandemic that's happening right now. So I lost all my clients for my production company, so now I'm full-time on YouTube. So for me, it's just anything and everything camera creative. If one thing falls apart, I'm just gonna go on to the next thing that involves the camera and using the tools as a filmmaker and a creator. All right, the next question is, what made you decide you wanted to be a film/content creator? Honestly, I've kind of always wanted to do it. I actually started producing videos in elementary school with my parents' Hi8 camcorder. Super fancy at the time. I've just always done it. I did film in high school, I did photography in high school, went to college for film. Wanted to do the whole big film Hollywood route, but I didn't go that route for a number of reasons. And there's a lot more opportunity here on YouTube, and you can create the videos that you want to create versus being on someone else's agenda. That's one of the coolest things about being on the platform. The next question is, how do you personally avoid burnout? Honestly, I think if you're feeling burned out at all, it's just because you're putting so much effort into this thing that you're doing. As YouTubers, if we're just always creating, always focusing on our audience and never actually doing something for ourselves, then we end up in that burnout. So I think you just gotta find time for yourself to do the things that you wanna do, and that's not necessarily creating. So for me, I like to go hiking, and the way that I avoid burnout is taking my time and going and doing things that are completely outside of this world. This is great and all, but you don't always wanna just be creating nonstop. You gotta have a balance in life. All right, the next question is, why did I start doing stock footage? And I think there was a few other questions about stock footage as well. I mean, honestly, like, I just have a ton of extra B-roll sitting around, so putting it on websites for someone to buy, just another way to make some passive income. Times like these, it's just nice to have another revenue stream coming in. I'm not saying you're gonna get rich off of stock footage by any means, and it is a ton of work, but if you shoot good content and you don't mind selling it, you might as well stick it up on stock sites and see what happens. And the number one question that I get time and time again is, how do I grow my YouTube channel? I can't just give you a straight answer that says, if you do X, then you'll grow. But here's the thing, if you want to grow on YouTube, if you want to do this, partial, full-time, whatever, you just have to do it. You have to start recording, and then you also just need to come up with like an idea of a style of content that you want to create. So come up with your niche. So I'm in the filmmaking creator space. If you're into cars, maybe it's just cars, but you just don't want to have a channel that's sporadic, all these different topics, all these different audiences. The biggest thing you want to think about is, who is the target audience for the content that you're creating? And when you can define that and you know who your audience is, then you'll know what kind of videos you can create for it. I had some other people ask questions about like being stuck or what to figure out ideas to shoot. Well, here's the thing, once you know your audience, you can start doing research into that audience and seeing what those people care about, and then start creating videos around it. There's so much content out there, there's so many different niches, and there's a lot of people already doing it, so all you need to do is come up with what you want to do and then start diving down that rabbit hole, come up with ideas by researching, by looking, by watching, by observing, being aware of what's going on in that particular niche. All right, guys, I just want to say thanks for all the questions that you sent me, and this was fun. If you guys liked this video and want to see more Q&A or even just more vlog style content on my channel, let me know in the comments. I want to start doing more vlogs if you guys like this kind of video. All right, that's it. Woo, bright. I'll see you on the next one.